Here we are with Sovereign Tower. This one looked really interesting, and I've left it to last to play, so we'll see. We'll have a see. Activate Sovereign Mode. Disables manual saving. This choice can be changed in the settings. No, I'd rather just, if I want to save, can save, you know? Because, like, the option of manual saving seems like, you know, it's there. Enchantress, farmer, or tradesman? What? Enchantress? Hey, your grace, how are you? Her endless question... Her question ends in a small squeak of pain. Because we, at the Magical Academy, we might have, how to put it, you blew up another lab? Oh, I'm sorry, okay? It's not that, we accidentally released one of our poltergeists into the wild. But, honestly, he's mostly harmless, well, except for the crops. He's got a thing against grain. Don't ask me why. Agricultural curse. Crops being targeted by an occult magic. A knight skilled in exorcism must intervene immediately. Resolution yourself. Damage risk 1 to 3. Okay. Why do we have all this? Oh my god. It's just thrown me right in here. Send someone to help. Tradesman, your grace, we're facing a terrible shortage. Our bakers are running out of wheat. Use the buckwheat instead, it's better. Use our personal wheat reserve to support the affected regions. Well, guess that'll have to do. Okay, so these are the points in the different sections. Hello, your grace, we're in a bit of a pickle. What's going on? Our crops were, vandalized? Our wheat stalks are bowed, forced into strange circular patterns. We're a bit lost. Can you lend us a hand? Classic children's prank, I know it well. Here's a little royal help. Or... Must be a magical origin. Should send a mystic knight. I'd rather just do that. Give them a bit of gold. You sure about this? You're right, but thanks, it'll help. My sweet highness. Please forgive for a slight delay. Your grace! We absolutely do not have time for such trivialities. We need to talk, now! The situation is serious, your grace. What is it? Those weren't just rumors, your grace. The Kingslayer is back, and it is not alone. It is heading towards us this very moment, dragging an army of dead in its wake. His words trail off, as though the Kingslayer's icy hands were already closing around his throat. What should we do, your grace? Evacuate the occupants of the tower. Stay calm. What about you? I said go! That's an order from your sovereign. Very well, your grace. Be careful, I beg you. Ermin the Wise. You pierce the veil of arcana that no hand was meant to find, only to offer the void a heart already withered and unkind. Know why you're here, but I shall not give in, or the Empire will take us all. If this is where it must end, then so be it. Empire will take us all. Its holy seat grants you your shadow, no spark of grace. Return to the frigid soil with the rest of your renegade race. Farewell. May the next soul finally prove worthy. I'm being consumed. Help. 100 years have passed since the fall of Erman the Wise at the hands of the impious Kingslayer. Since then, the White Tower of Briz has become nothing more than a lifeless relic. Having lost its fortress, the Kingdom of Britannia once again finds itself under threat from the Anglo Empire, just as it did in ages past. Centuries earlier, the Empire was already preparing to devour these lands. After fierce battles, fate seemed sealed, and defeat inevitable. Until, out of mercy, the gods bestowed the tower. This tower granted unparalleled strength to its knights, and in an inexhaustible wellspring of magic to its sorcerers. But of all these gifts, the most fearsome was that bestowed upon its sovereign. It was the power to foresee the future. 100 years have passed since the people of Britannia have awaited the coming of a new sovereign, the chosen one who would awaken the ancient Tower of Briz once more. And it seems their prayers are finally about to be answered. For far from the royal court, in a humble country church, a wandering leper awoke to the sound of the flames and chaos. Screams and the crackle of flames surround you, spreading the sound of death. Through the shattered stained glass you see armored figures moving frantically and bearing an emblem that you do not recognize. A cry of terror rises from outside. "Run! The Knights of the Empire are here!" "It must be one of them!" You hear one of the armored figures shout, their voice trembling. Dense black smoke floods every corner of your dwelling. You rush towards the entrance, but a flaming wall collapses with a roar and seals off the main exit. The ceiling groans, releasing a rain of ash. The entire structure threatens to cave in at any moment. Amidst this blazing chaos, as you desperately search for another way out, your eyes meet those of a panicked cat. Follow the cat and trust its instincts to find another way, or take the cat in your arms and jump through the flames of the collapsed doorway. I'm going to follow the cat. You miraculously escaped unharmed, and the cat seems to be fine. Just as you start to feel better in the fresh air outside, the dull thud of iron-shod boots echo around the corner. A cry, roar with pure rage, tears through the roar of the inferno. "Is anyone there?" Meow with precision. No one can tell you're not an actual cat. Try to adopt the deepest voice you can. "It's me. A kid ran away from to the other side." I'm gonna do the cat. It worked. The knight has turned back and you breathe a sigh of relief as you hear the sound of his boots gradually fading away. But as you approach to trail him from a distance, you watch in horror as he reaches for a child trying to flee. Taunt to the knight, he should be picking on a leper, you, instead of a toddler. Way stronger than him. Run towards the shroud and push the knight away from him. The knight turns towards you and charges, consumed by rage. He hunts you down for some distance, driving you to flee until you reach the very outskirts of the village. Find a leper-shaped rock in the forest and hide behind it. Hide in the fields, pretend to be a scarecrow. Go into the forest, so it's better. This hiding place proves precarious. Night finds you with ease and blocks your escape. locking eyes with you. He raises his arm, ready to strike. Okay. Move the bandage and try to trip him up with it. Try hitting him with a piece of wood. It's more likely in this area, I'd imagine. Your maneuver paid off, and your attacker collapses heavily. Now defenseless, the Empire's warrior lies helplessly at your feet. This is your moment to act. Smash his skull in with a stone. He deserves it for trying to murder you. Leave him there and run away before he wakes up. You run away into the darkness. So my logic for that was like, we don't necessarily know that they're a bad person. They could have been trying to help kid and stuff. I don't know. But also, you don't have to murder. Then they might come back and be good. Forgotten and abandoned from everything, the wretched leper was looking for salvation across the old kingdom. In despair and exhaustion, a soft voice echoed in their heart, beckoning to a distant place. At the end of their journey, the poor soul finally reached the ruins of the tower, the last remnant of the once glorious kingdom of Britannia. Something akin to fate seemed to guide this path. At the foot of the tower, a few nobles seemed to be arguing. Once again, the royal selection had proved to be a disappointment. The door to the tower remained closed and the prophecy unfulfilled. Slipping through the crowd, the stranger reached for the legendary key adorning the giant lock. In their mind, the word of the prophecy echoed, "Only the true sovereign, chosen by the gods, shall be allowed to wield the silver key to the door of the tower." And, for them, the door opened. From that moment on, people called them the Sovereign of the Tower. So it was true. The words of the prophecy were true. I am Sir Arlen, guardian of the tower's remains, and I have waited all my life for the blessed day when someone would finally pass through these doors, Your Grace. And what a surprising choice from the gods. Well, a choice marked by fate, with all due respect. But I see you have already donned the traditional garb that befits the crown. As custom dictates, the anonymity of this attire shall be anonymity. I'm reading that and I'm like, is that a word? That seems weird. Just like my brain. Shall be your protection and your salvation. Keep your identity shrouded and reveal nothing of it. All may form their own idea of what lies beneath the mask, though some, by convention, will simply refer to you as a man. You may not yet feel it in this state, but this edifice is miraculous. Within these walls its magic suspends all afflictions from its sovereign, and your illness shall no longer progress. The tower also multiplies tenfold the strength of the knights who serve its round table. Its power depends on the size of the kingdom it governs, and, granted for now, our territory is limited to the country of Briz. But here begins the rebirth of Britannia. For only through the sovereign and the might of this edifice shall we rally our neighbours under a single banner. The further once our influence spreads, the more the tower shall awaken, and the more complete it becomes. More knights may take their place at your table to share in its strength. Now pray tell, Your Grace, how is it that you came to this place? Attacked by the Empire. Then my steps brought me here. Had to flee my village because of the Empire. We don't know we were attacked, but did have to flee. By all the gods. So the Empire is currently attempting to invade Britannia? After all these years of relative peace? It is more than urgent. More urgent than ever. That we forge allies against this threat. For if they learn that the ancient White Tower of Briz has awakened... Oh, no. The prophecy, the very one that describes your arrival here, also mentions a golden key. Artifact said to be capable of uniting the kingdoms, unlocking the tower's full potential, and, who knows, perhaps, curing you permanently? It's merely a legend, but after your arrival, I'm open to the wildest mysticism. At last, welcome home, Your Grace. Take your rightful place upon this throne. Many labours lie ahead, to be sure, but the tower has awoken under your reign. Rest assured that it will regain its former splendour and magic. Yay! Good morning, Your Grace. It looks like the tower has finally awoken. For good. No more candidates in a trance screaming dubious incantations at the door or relentless drumming on its walls. To tell you the truth, I still can't quite believe it, but here we are. The man before you looks like he'd stand frozen forever, just to prove that he's that loyal to you. If you permit me, Your Grace, I would be delighted to inform you of what to expect in the coming days. Give my gut feeling with pleasure. Sure. Your new subjects quite eager to have someone in charge again, and will come to you for help and guidance on various matters. Some of these requests may require you to take action, and the knights you've recruited at the round table will help you do that. Be forewarned though, they serve you. They may serve you. They may not feel inclined to carry out your every word. It would do well to learn their preferences to avoid future headache. Well then, that is all for now. Let me introduce you to your first knight. She is on her way and quite capable. She also happens to be my dear niece, but I take no responsibility for her punctuality whatsoever. Oh my god. Look like a mess. I am terribly sorry. I have got lost on the way here. I am Lady Angelica of Clovermont, Your Grace. Welcome to the round table, Lady Angelica. Thank you, Your Grace. Well, we have just met. I must trouble you with a request, just a small one. Really, but I couldn't sleep a wink last night. Tower is quite cold and scary, you see. Do you think you could, I could bring a cat to lighten the mood a bit? But, my dear niece, you told me that your request was the utmost importance. But it is just a tidy cat. I mean, until the dusting and the arrangements are complete. I mean, a cat saved us, you know? So we'll assist you make your room more comfortable as well. No cats. You could say no cats, no cats. We'll help you with the room and cats. What? Wasn't the option cats or help? I mean, they didn't want help, but it's fine. Have a cat. Well, thank you very much, Your Grace. I will name the cat after you. I should not keep your audience waiting. And take my leave then. Bye. Karina. Ah, Your Grace. Was really looking forward to coming to meet you. Karina, blacksmith. You see, I might need your help finding my smithing hammer, which might have dropped from my carriage in the totally not creepy forest between Milkford and Clovermont. dropped or lost? No, not lost, just temporarily mislaid for 2 years. Jesus. Curious to know how you stayed fit after 2 years without hitting the iron. Hellish, calisthenic exercise? I don't know. Your Grace, you have no idea how wonderful it is to channel overflowing physical energy such as mine. I could teach you a movement or two when you have some time. Either way, heard that you are hiring a bunch of knights for your round table. My hammer can restore relics to their rightful state. That might interest you, right? All you need to do is help me find my hammer. Yeah, boy, let's do that. Sounds great. Gallery. At last, I awake from my slumber. Oh, and what a sight greets my eyes. And mine also, such a beauty in stone. You flatter me, dear sovereign. I am the lady of the tower and its protector. How delightful to meet you. Long have I watched over these halls, but alas, how decrepit everything has become. It is not safe to wander too deep yet, my brave sovereign. Not the welcome you deserve. However, as I retrieve my powers, I will endeavour to restore your tower's room to its former glory. Your presence reawoken something in me. The heck? Love interest? Will I be graced to see your lovely face again? Whatever you wish, dear sovereign. Now that you've stirred me from my slumber, believe me, there are many doors that can be opened. I shall always be waiting for you here when you finish your day's duties, dear sovereign. Allows you to unlock new rooms in the tower, giving you access to new features. Okay. You've been unlocked by recruiting particular servants. Nothing yet? Okay, cool. Map room. Welcome, Your Grace. From here, you may issue actions that affect the world beyond these walls. Invite notable individuals to your court, or send aid to villages struck by disaster, for example. I'm not quite sure if there's anything available right now, but, well, it never hurts to check. And if nothing else, you can always admire the map. A fine piece of cartography, if I may say so myself. Map room, you can open it. Audience requests allow you to invite a character to the tower. In the audience phase. Knights that were asked to come back later can be invited back through the audience requests. If a location has been damaged, following the failure of a request, you can repair this location from the world map. Okay. Wow. Ooh. It's weird that it's got like... How do I even drag this around? Because like, there's things to zoom in on. Plus 10? So there's a big old fight going on there. Okay. Okay, leave that, inventory. That's whatever, round table. Kitty kitty, please come down. The head cook won't be pleased to find you up here. The girl is trying to coax down a kitten, curiously wandering amongst the kitchen's spice shelves. Oh, Your Grace, have you come for a drink, or perhaps a snack? That's a cute little fella. Animal lover. Look at these little black paws. Thank you so much for letting me bring a cat here. I named him after you, you know. No, Sovereign, get away from this flower bag at once. Oh no. Meow. Good luck cleaning up the flower. Of course, Your Grace. Or will be clean as a whistle. Okay. I am thinking I have a tiny break to go get some lunch and then come back and actually play through. Rearrange table phase. You have the option to assign your available knights to open quests. The assignment of a knight is locked only once you end the cycle. Before that, you can always change who they're assigned to. To succeed on a quest, there are two factors: having enough knights and reaching the quest's stat requirements. Okay. Where the knight's attributes, both known and unknown, will also influence the quest outcome. You can see the tags of the knight in the glossary. You have to deduce which are positive and negative impact on that quest based on the description. There's also have a damage range, representing the minimum and maximum damage each knight can take during a quest. Some might increase and decrease as crits and fails and stuff as well. Okay. Hammer lost. Yet again. Duration time. As this is getting that. Okay. Just assign. I'm on a Your Grace. And then it's like, this is their stats, this is what's suspected to be required. Bum, 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 bum. Hey Laura, I'm about to go on lunch, so... Bum, 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 bum. But yeah, we've got started on this game. The Sovereign game. Brother. Got Greg's? What the heck? Where's mine? Okay. They mislaid the thing, that's fine. Successful mission. XP. Lovely. Outcomes determined based on the knight's stats, attributes, and party size. Determine the experience points and gold earned, as well as damage taken by the knight. Crit success. Increase their affinity, and performing failures will lower their affinity. Special conditions met in the quest, unexpected outcomes, positive and negative. Okay. Sounds good. Crits. Okay. I can manually save. Wow. Autosave's probably fine though as well. Does that work on your stream? Yeah. Well, I'm gonna grab a bit of lunch, so BRB. Hope you're all doing well. Make sure you stretch and get a drink and all that. Alrighty, BRB. Alrighty. Oh boy. I've had my sandwich. I have some grapes, but we can continue. Hello? Your grass? Who's there? It's only me, Your Grace, the very humble demon of this tower. The syrupy voice seemingly emanating from the strange padlock slips into your ears like a trickle of warm honey. What do you want from me? I was locked away in this dark dungeon long ago, Your Grace. And like all the souls of this tower, I exist only to serve you humbly. How can you serve me? My power is that of renewal and reversal, Your Grace. As your endeavours grow, bonds form and shatter, nations grow or crumble, so too shall my powers wax and wane, fed by your exploits. When you call upon me, your mistakes will vanish like dew under the morning sun, and with no world-ending price attached to, of course. Don't forget about me, Your Grace. Take this little lock, and you shall have me at your beck and call. Soon, you will find it impossible to get rid of me. He seems trustworthy. Strike a deal with a demon. Demon power allows you to go back to the previous cycle of the current act, whilst keeping all knowledge acquired so far, including knight's tags, preferences, and quests requirements. Okay. Also keep your current sovereign archetype progress. It may also unlock new dialogue options for specific events of the quest line you've already started to explore. After returning to the previous cycle, the audiences that you will get may be different. You can see how many times you've used the demon power in the sovereign menu. Okay. Interesting. Straight up time travel. Okay. Hello. Allow me, my crystal clear voice, to caress your delicate ears. I'm Arnold, representative of Belthorn Noble region of the country of Groveshire. Renowned for its exceptional hunters and its fine equestility, soft silks, sometimes even almost affordable. The court of Groveshire has tasked me with meeting as part of our idiomatic mission. Indeed. Oh, my. Move, you silk rag. It's me you've been waiting for. Damien, official emissary of Mavicna, from the county of Gavalote. And I have a message, but bigger and more urgent than theirs. I wish I could remember what voices I do. Where was I? I've been asked to come here. Shut up, kid! Shut your face, snobby little brat. Allow me to reply. It's not appropriate to give. Did you dare talk to the gastronomy? To me about us gastronomy? Haven't even bothered to mask your odor. One at a time. That won't be possible. The only thing the two of us agree on is the other has to go. Unfortunately, I agree. Damien. Wish your nostrils well. Thank you, Grace. Our Countess Mathilda is therefore requisitioned me to represent our country, our county, with dignity, before proposing an alliance to you. An alliance at the cost of your help regarding the political situation of the county. Good luck, Your Grace. I'll come and explain later. Okay. Sir Gilberto of Nound, Your Grace. Harold said you needed help with some monsters. You're in luck. Slaying wild beasts is my specialty. Trolls, dragons, spiders, bloodthirsty chickens, you name it. Sometimes knights will come to ask if they can join your round table. Accepting will make them available in your quest. Telling them to come back later will allow you to invite them from the map, and if you do so, they'll be presented in the next cycle of audience phase. Rejecting them make them definitely. Yeah. Once an idea is recruited, you can make them leave the round table in the glossary. If you do so, you'll be able to call them back from the map. Yeah, I mean, it sounds great. Borkas. Hello, Saf. Hello, Your Grace. Do you have any crisp dreams? I came with a matter of the highest importance. Nobody ever asks my opinion. Never ever. So I decided to give it anyway. Hope it doesn't bother you. Are you listening? Yes? No? Maybe? Yeah, your ears. They seem so absorbent. There's something that smells bad about this situation standing before you, both figuratively and literally. Continue. There, a goose. But not your everyday goose, a general goose. A war goose. It's taking control of the public bathrooms. It is, and it's blocking the entrance. I haven't bathed in 15 days. Your Grace, the children cry. You must send help before this goose claims further territory. Tell him to leave. Honestly, have some gold and go away. Oh, thank you, Your Grace. I'll go now. Slowly, sideways, so the goose doesn't see me. I am Ilioth of Clovermont, your brand new official messenger from Clovermont. I bring you a request from Clovermont. Getting PTSD from Nell's voiceover. Yeah, I can't quite remember what they were doing. Oh yeah, wasn't I like baking the cake when Nell was doing this? People of Clovermont begged me to present it to you. With dignity, we lost it. Sacred relic, jade, amethyst, well, a nice little rock. And it was a magpie that stole it. Do you want some jewelry? Yeah, let's have a night. Your knight nailed it. My armor was by a river, near the old mill. So it wasn't really lost after all. Nevertheless, the round table shall be filling to brim soon with knights. All we need now is a warm-hearted forge, and those rusty relics could be yours again, your grace. The bloody magpie. Wit and agility. So not this guy. Okay, yeah, go for it. Do I just finish? Gallery. New room. Can't talk to them. The heck? Forge. Hello, your grace. Thanks again for this wonderful forge. Still setting up things, but I have a few relics to sell. Take a look. Regular trusty shield. Oh, I see, one armor. Appropriate for hunting small animals. Okay. A true knight sword. Repair armor. So there's this full... Okay, that's fine. How do I know what things they currently have, though? So menu screen allows you to see current satisfaction of different classes and progress. New dialogue options with the different things. Increase, decrease with choices. Yeah. Okay. Map. Map be mapping. Oh, I can move it now. Okay, cool. This is Knight Description. This is the Demon Power. I'm good. So, let's say I want a 2 Charisma Sword. That goes up here. Storage. Okay. Inventory. How do I use this then? Or do I just keep hold of it until it's needed? That's armor ratings. Cadet. Okay, so I can learn more about them to see what else they're about. Well, he's not very diplomatic, no way. Different servants, okay. Round table. Aha, equipment. See, I don't think it's going to help with charisma here, but you know. Oh, you can just buy from the forge here too. Okay. Yeah, so hunting bow would have been good here, but I wanted... Let's see for a sword or a shield? Oh, okay. Okay, so they took a damage. We've obtained a pull the horse. Or donkey. A only loud donkey that won't shut up, but would move mountains without hesitation. Hmm. One stat available. Ah. Okay. It's weird because this guy's like... They like animals, but also they could hunt animals? I don't know if I want to like equal out stuff really. A little bit more strength might be useful. Okay. Mathilda. Greetings, Mathilda. Of Fort Gavilt, Emeritus Countess of County of Galavalt. Woman standing before you towers over like a mountain. She is as straight as a stake. A very, very intimidating stake. I ask for your indulgence in us cutting straight to the point. We're hoping for your assistance regarding the diplomatic diatribes that are currently tearing our land apart. Tell me more. Let me explain the situation as simply as possible. Chooses her words carefully. A wind of dissent is currently sweeping through the people of Gavolt, fueled by the recent and brutal assassination of the Baron of Mavigna. Yep. The mourning that has befallen our citizens has sparked a flame of rebellion in their hearts. And this rebellion now threatens not only my person, but also the authority I represent. Everything suggests that one person in particular is fueling the revolt and orchestrating this widespread chaos from the shadows. Any questions? See how people are mourning a nobleman? Nobleman was loved. He was a fair politician who was close to the people, who some would call, quietly described as demagogue. Her voice, until now, was smooth and cutting as a blade, shows a glimpse of sadness. But in reality, he was touching. He knew how to talk to people the way you would talk to to injured animals. Why are you being targeted? I mean to correct you. I am not afflicted. There are no need for such analysis. But some whisper that the murderer is one of the knights in my employ. As for the nobleman who was murdered, he opposed our reforms and charters as well as my approach to orderly governance. You don't need anything else to see the connection. Or resolve the anger. That would not solve anything. Understand that people's complaints are futile. Neither I nor any member of the council ordered this assassination. I am also concerned by this loss, even though it was common knowledge that I had strong disagreements with the Baron. How can I be certain? How can I help you prove your innocence? How can I be certain of your innocence? She rolls her eyes. Think! I ask you to investigate the leader of this revolt. Convincing the people of this representative's innocence will be all the easier once the ringleader of this movement has been stopped. One who organizes, who sets the powder alight. Without a leader, the revolt will scatter like the powder blown by the wind. I therefore need knights of integrity, untainted by any bias, to uncover this personal identity and arrest. Investigate among common people. Search among members of nobility. Okay. Ask around in local taverns. Among common people to gather information. Nobility to gather information about leaders of the uprising. Charismatic knight. Okay. Taverns about the leader of populated operating. Sending charismatic knight. Okay. Kind of want to search among nobility. Do as you see fit. If we fail, your lion will get a bite from my counselor. No. It's easy.
My name's Wayne. I shall be taking care of the admin and paperwork. And yet, you didn't even think to give me a room for my belongings.
Please make arrangements, my grace. Your grace. In return, I might have a juicy bit of gossip or two for you. About your nights. Dust off small room in exchange for a service? Okay. Jesus Christ. Gwendon. I've heard you're in need of great heroes, so here I am. Best knight in all the land. Yes, I know. It's a lot to take in. It's okay if you want to applaud or to feign. I'm used to it. I have to say, I'm also used to higher standards than this smelly shack you call a tower, but it'll have to do. Do not worry, with me at the round table, your little realm will be very soon shine in glory. What a cunt. Clean up the tower a bit before admitting you inside. Shine too much, fuck off. Farewell. Oi, your grace. Roland at your service. I'm a sailor down in Grest. Gonna be your go-between for the folks there. Alright, well that he's done, yeah? I'll skip Bowen. Any chance your folks might spruce up the road to Grest? You know, the one that leads up here. Ain't that far, just 3 hours, but I'd sure help us ordinary folk. It'd sure help us ordinary folk. Category merchants. Impact merchants. Tower resource unlimited. 90 gold. Oof. That's like all my gold. But I think, like... I do want to do it though. Yeah, fuck it. Hey, yeah? Reckon we're good at what we do, even if you ain't really seen it for yourself. Thanks anyway. Yo, Grace, there's a snake. No. A knot of giant snakes in Clovermont. What do you mean? Yeah, how to put it? The tails of the grass snakes crawling through the fields got all tangled up with each other, and now there's this sort of giant living ball writhing with serpents. Okay. New room? Granted new room. Anything else? Tendency. Perhaps you wish to hear some gossip. Yeah. Very well, Your Grace. We'll start investigating at once. Okay. So, a broker ship, map room, I don't think it helps us. Scripts. Oh, we can speak here. Hello, Your Grace. What are you doing in the kitchen? You writing to someone too? Who are you writing to? My little sister, Berta. She'll be so proud that I have become a knight. Can't wait to tell her all about it. I'll make you proud. You wait and see. What are you telling her? I was recounting all the sensational things that have happened to me recently. My arrival in the audience hall, and you who agreed to take me on. And when I stepped into the kitchen first time, all of it. Changes a man, doesn't it? It feels like I've grown up just since lunchtime. At least a few inches, Your Grace. He gets back to his letter. Sure. So we've got Noble Investigate, Sneaking, Strengthen, a bit of agility. Okay, so we'll send our guy who's got this. Yeah, minus charisma with that guy. Okay. Yep. You can send 2 on this. Or does it need to have 2? Okay. Armor can be repaired in the forge. That's fine, I'm broke. Great success. Lovely. Food supplies for a healthier start. Follow up audience, okay. Oh, Jesus. Oh my god. Why was it so bad? Inattentive. Agility just really screwed it, even though the strength was good. Damn. Let's go get the charisma up of it. $64 from local taxes. Okay. Ah, Your Grace. Do have a cup of tea. A little bird has shared a most interesting anecdote with me. Clumsy takes an extra 2 damage if quest fails. Yep. Well, figured that one out. Hello? Somebody there? Is someone? Ah! Oh, Your Grace, it's you. I'm terribly sorry. I thought you were... I mean, did you hear me scream? Oh, a scream. Ah, I hear a scream before you came from the corridor, but it just must have been the wind. That was a bit scary at night. The wind whistles so strangely through the windows of the quarters. I was making such odd sounds last night, and I confess it kept me from sleeping a little. I am tired. There are these scary stories Uncle Arlen used to tell me when I was little. I think they still terrify me today. Aren't you? For me, it's you. Eh. I don't want to get that. Yeah. I understand why you might be a bit fearful. They don't like ghosts. Let's go back to the Great Hall. Raise your arm for a second. Raise in the air, you mean? Yeah, arms spread wide, so I can explain every inch of that armor. But the thing is, it's kind of hard. Come on! Let's go. 1, 2, 3, go. Forge. Repair armor. Okay. Is it like all at once kind of thing? Okay. Didn't unmute. God damn it. I should muster my noblest allies against you. It's bad people running them to me. Mystic forces? I don't know what that means at this stage. I feel like the people is... because they were saying about getting the people on your side. Character if you use an ultimatum, you'll get some objectives to fulfill before a given cycle. Each fulfillment objective given cycle will give you a bonus. When you face this character again, it's not mandatory to fulfill these objectives. 4 cycles until return. Till we meet anon, thou hast best be prepared. I'd heard legends about the Dragon Knight, but I thought him long dead. Let's prepare for battle. I've noted the objectives in terms of resources and support that need to be achieved. Bear in mind that these are not essential for our success. My daughter? I'm just as surprised as you are. Actually, I admit that I suspect she was involved. Ah, okay. Being better to inform us? It's not so simple. I hadn't really been in touch for a while. Of course, I had noticed her recent strange attire. Naturally, I had spotted some suspicious political pamphlets in her room, but I could never have imagined. You couldn't have known. Our people have their own code, their own slang. In the blink of an eye, the gap widens. She is so impressionable. I ask you not to hold it against her. A discussion with her is obviously necessary, but before that, I'm going to need your help again. We now know that she and her group of rebels are hiding near the Bastille of Mavigna, preparing to lay siege to the Fort Gavalt very soon. You must stop them, now! Unfortunately, some of my best knights were swept up in this popular movement and decided to side with the protesters. Strength, charisma, wit. So I probably need the first knight. Should be allowed to decide their fate. So finally choose yourself. I think people should decide. My daughter, you have seen her. She has no political strategy. She is driven only by desire to put the family in danger. You must stop her. Will help, but you have to reconsider the demands of the movement. Interesting. Sure. You notice the barely visible trembling in her jaw as it tightens. It looks painful. We can reconsider things once the spark has been extinguished. Okay. Dark figure approaches, discarding all cues, conventions, and sneaks up in front of you. Oh, Jesus. Tarkus.
Good day, your grace. Pleasure to meet you. I am Tarkus de Gavalt, brother of the late Count de Gavalt.
Can you come with the Countess? Oh, I didn't mean to interrupt your little titties. Yes, and I think our own discussion deserves privacy. Isn't it fascinating, learning that the little fool serving as Mathilda's runt stands as the helm of this charade? I confess I suspected as much. Stupidity walks often with ambition. I am the eyes and ears of Gavalt. No one pisses in the gutter there without me knowing about it. Do you see where I'm going with this? Watching the idiot's eye the throne is an affront to Gavalt itself. Be pragmatic, your grace. Ally with me and I will crush this rebellion as it is warranted. Your grace, if I may, Sir Tarkus distinguished himself rather grimly during the bloody Tarascus War. He's a man of fearsome efficiency and stuff. Perfectly measured. Do you have something to say, old man? Would you rather let these enemies of the crown pour out their epicration propaganda? I do want him on my side, because he's kinda cool, even though he's very slimy. Yeah, come on. Take the utmost care. Your Grace, we beg for your mercy. We're a humble community of wanderers. No harm meant. We look for shelter for just a few days. Bitter cold is closing in and our little ones are already shivering. We cannot sleep in the woods, not like this. With all due respect, opening the town's doors to these people, that would be a tremendous act of trust. They are strangers with none to vouch for their integrity. What do you wish to do, Your Grace? Welcome to stay here for as long as you like, and please stop shaking. Let the forest be your host. I want to go to the forest. Nobility down a notch. Yeah, I want to be more for the people. Children will never forget this. So, here you are, you, the famous sovereign. Charming. She looks at you with an air of superiority. I'm Gwendolyn, Baroness of Villa Agreto. What am I saying? The greatest locality of Villador. A pearl obscured by the lands, but one that is absolutely vital to your reign. I shall be conveying to you the many complaints from the common people of this land. Do you have a request? Of what little you have going on your round table, you could always come and weed my garden. It is in a similarly pitiful state. Fuck off. Oh, alright, I suppose. I'll just have to ask my nephew. Your Grace, you know, we hold the great wyvern hunt every year in Clovemont to keep the creatures in check. But this year, well, there are far too many. We found them perched on the rooftops, hiding in attics. Some even stolen hams from the market. We're not enough to handle it. A night will help. Palling a hunt. Try that again. Your Grace, hey, so we found these 3 requests in an old drawer in an archive room. One of them smells like pickles. Good luck! Oh, sandwich o'clock. Okay. Gallery? Talk. How, my sovereign? I sense the formidable dragon knight looming within these walls. Are your beautiful eyes everywhere? Of course, my dear sovereign, although it is difficult to pull my gaze away from your exploits. As the protector of this tower, I feel every ripple of energy that passes through these walls, and the Dragon Knight is already familiar to me. He once sat at the Round Table during the reign of Ermin the Wise. What was he like back then? Fearsome young warrior, with strength forged through unyielding values. Under Ermin's rule, I seem to recall that the kingdom flourished, but it's hard for me to remember further details. Perhaps the Dragon Knight feels a certain longing for that era, but I have no doubt that you will succeed in proving your worth to him, my dear sovereign. Okay. Ah, Your Grace, I wish to speak to you. I have no desire, of course, to question your decision, but I would like to suggest utmost caution regarding your new recruit, Sir Tarkus. We need seasoned warriors. Simply fear he might try to establish a sudden approach to the Regency. Demonize him. I take note. Thank you, Your Grace. Fidget from side to side with unease. Perhaps being too pessimistic. Let us hope instead that they open up unexpected perspectives for us. Okay. I just don't know what else I do on this map, you know? Well, Your Grace, you have thus provoked the wrath of the Dragon Knight, whose fury had been felt for many moons. Do you think my attitude offended him? Good heavens, no. Dragon Knight is a mere contrarian. He opposes you on the principle, simply because you managed to open the ancient Tower of Briz. It's nothing new, even during my wild youth, in the days of Tarascus War. This old fossil was already well over 100 years old and driven by conservative values. Believe me, I fear he would have behaved the same way with anyone who managed to ascend the throne. Standard skills test, indeed. Cool. Investigate here. Crypts. Well, well, Your Grace, this is quite a delicious challenge you've been given, isn't it? Does seeing me threaten make you happy? Oh, no, no, no. Don't take things so seriously, Your Grace. After all, if things were to go wrong, you'd need only use my powers to make a few small adjustments, wouldn't you? Perhaps there is a spark of curiosity to see if you're actually good enough to manage without me, eh? Well, screw you, buddy. Target 8 and 14. Okay. Deadline 2 cycles. Duration 1. Cool. This is a major one to have a look at. Strength, charisma, and wit. Wit. Strength. There's 0 charisma between them. I do kind of want to see what happens if I do that. Negotiate cheese. Bird, I need your help. Challenge him for duel. Eat entrails. Hunt down the rabbit. I can't send them on that. I think they'd be alright on this one. Yeah. Boost supplies for a healthier start. Yeah. That gives him a strength. Yeah, okay. Nope, he disliked that. Oops. Okay. Did something. Our army was repelled, however, it was impossible to neutralize the princess. Damn. Still great success. Yay. So, probably needs some agility up, honestly. And he could use some agility too, probably. Hey, Your Grace, do have a cup of tea. Little bird has shared a most interesting anecdote. Scouting. Don't like scouting. Okay. Sure. Alrighty. I think I'll call it that, because it's gonna be just doing this sort of cycle and going through stuff, but I really like it. So definitely gonna play more of this. But yeah, I think we should go raid someone and never play Tiny Teams games again, apart from when I'm going to play them straight away after. But, you know, I've gone through at least the list of stuff I wanted to try out, which is the main thing. Who've we got then? Who's doing a stream? Kirsty's doing a chill. Doing some drunkies about. Yeah, screw it, let's go see Pads. I've got Dread Hunger installed, so I may jump in, honestly. Give it a try at some point. Maybe today? I don't know. See how I feel. Alright. Thanks for chilling, everyone. You're all lovely. Bye-bye.